Hello, IGN. My name is Jose Otero, and I am here with Tim Geddes.
Let Tim host.
And we are going to be talking about the newly announced Mii Fighter for Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS. So, Tim, I doubted you.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to say it up front. It happened, and I'm happy for you.
Yes.
Although I did not think it could be done, and I did not think it should be done, I like what I see.
Exactly. I called it. I knew the Mii was going to be a playable character in this game, and I'm excited about it because here we see Reggie, you know. We see him fighting. You get to create your own characters in a way, and that's really awesome.
And I'm just going to slow-mo through a little bit of it. Like right here, you're seeing some Zero Suit Samus kicks right there, pretty much. What is that, her up B?
That is her up B. So it's funny. There's a lot of moves reminiscent of other fighting game characters that we see here. So that's the Brawler character. And there's moves throughout this that are very reminiscent of Chun-Li from Street Fighter. Yeah. That is one of Chun-Li's moves.
Yep. Or there was one earlier where when it connects to, it does like the 1,000 kicks that she can do. I'm saying the 100 hand slap, really, but everyone knows what I'm talking about. Yap. And it was all presented in this very funny context, right, between Mr. Iwata and Fizame. And, getting a quick peek at Amiibo, which we want to skip here. But essentially, the Amiibo characters are going to carry, custom movesets, which is something I talked about in May, because it just made the most sense, right? What I didn't think is it was going to control level data. Right here, actually, really quick, just something to point out, too. I'm glad that something this small made it in. So let me go over to it really fast. And it is, by the way, that's like a flash kick going on there.
Yeah, exactly.
But also like Falco kicks like that, right? But if you noticed a second ago, the Mii Fighter, the bowling ball.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Yeah, total Wii Sports homage there, and that gets reflected back.
That's awesome. And so you see the little FP over his head.
Yeah, so it's funny because I asked it, like, is that significant? And I was told no one really knew the answer when I asked some Nintendo folks about this. So I think
it looks like it's the Amiibo. That character.
That's what I immediately assumed, but nobody there wanted to commit to that. So that was a little strange. But you're right. It is part of probably the Amiibo, just to be sure. And he gets smashed out of the arena. But anyway, we're gonna actually look through gameplay in a second. So Iwata is using the Sword Fighter type, essentially. So there are 3 types.
So going back to this, there are 3 types of Miis.
Yep, that's right.
There's the Sword Fighter, there's the Gunner, and the Brawler.
And the Brawler, yeah. Cool. And so they pretty much, the names capture what they do and how they fight, essentially. So we're going to, Sakurai is here to kind of explain it to us. And I'm going to move forward a little bit here. Okay, here we go. So let's go straight to footage.
Yeah, so we see him fighting.
Yeah, I didn't think I'd seen like that sort of.
So there's like the counter from. So the Sword Fighter has a very similar counter to what Ike or Marth would have.
Yep, that's right.
And then we also saw some moves back there that was similar to Link's down A. And things like that. And it's just interesting that there's so many different variations of moves, and they say that there's 36 different combinations of movesets you can have. Yep,
no, definitely. It's kind of interesting, too, to hear that he flirted with the idea back in Brawl, and it just didn't go through with it. And maybe, that makes a lot more sense. Miis are more associated with Nintendo's platform, whereas then it was just sort of starting out, I want to say.
Honestly, I don't know how I feel about this. Like, with the so many different, the customizable moveset for the character, I'm a little worried about what that's going to do for balance and stuff.
I agree. Yeah, Fran had the same concerns. And I have to agree. I'm hoping that balance is something, so we're just showing a couple moves.
There you go. See, that's like very similar to Link's down A.
Yep. Yeah, especially that downward stab right there. Look at that impact.
And then here we have the Gunner.
Yeah, the Gunner. I love that it's a blend between like Samus and Mega Man. You can totally see that.
Yeah, and what's cool is we saw the outfit there looks very similar to Nintendo Land in the Metroid minigame.
Yep. Yeah, no. I agree. The balance concerns are definitely there. Although, and specifically because you are picking 4 special moves from a set of 12. So what does that mean? Does that mean that you have certain attributes or points to work with? Yeah, that's right. Let's just bring that back for folks so they can see it again. And that is the final smash right there.
For the Gunner.
For the Gunner, which was pretty good to see. Hang on one second. Here we go. What are those little things kind of circling them? I don't know. It's almost like mags from Phantasy Star or something, but they never attack things. All right, so there you have that.
I think you can tell that
my big question, too, how will Mii Fighters work with NFP? Like, will these be the default statues then for them? Potentially, because right now all of the Amiibo statues are mirroring the Smash character portrait.
Yeah.
So potentially this is what it is. Although it'd be nice to have that custom figure, right?
That would be awesome.
Yeah. Maybe that's something they'll flirt with. Maybe you can order it. Maybe you have to buy it through Nintendo. I'm not sure. Manufacturing that can't be cheap.
are weapon masters.
Yeah, so that looks awesome. I'm liking that there's in this game there seems to be a lot more diagonal moves than there was in the other ones.
For sure.
A lot of kicks, a lot of like just upward attacks.
Yep. Versus the short hops you had to do in all the prior ones, right? Yeah, it was more about the short hop game. At least the finesse for that move in Melee was a lot harder to hit in Brawl. It felt a little more forgiving. No, I agree.
Yeah.
So here's that explanation, right, for the side special, up special, and then they're going to show just how many there are to work with here. That downward headbutt, I don't think any character has had that. So I'm just going to pause here. So a total of 36 total specials.
I mean, the downward headbutt it's similar to Luigi's side B, but
but it's going straight
down
down.
Smash,
Good point. Good point. I'll take it. I'll take that. All right. So yeah, not bad. And that's just for the brawler here. They don't really show sword fighter or gunner, so we'd have to essentially guess that stuff on our own. So what's the wackiest Mii you're going to make for this?
Well, so that's the awesome thing here. You get to make your own people, so anyone gets to be in Smash now.
Yeah. Elijah would.
Awesome. He liked to battle. This is my favorite here, Ice Tea.
Pours it on. Oh, somebody got nice job, that pun.
This is your chance to
I want a Samuel L. Jackson. That might be my first one.
I'm not sure what I would put yet. I got to think about it a little bit. Maybe Daria. Anyway, well, trying to see, is that the end of our, that's pretty much the end of our Mii Fighter coverage. Also, I don't think they showed a single second of 3DS Mii Fighter.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I'm
just realizing that. Maybe we'll see more later.
And he's not playable at the show either.
Yeah. So there is a Sakurai Q&A that we'll be attending. So hopefully we can bring you some information from that. Maybe we'll get to see it there.
Awesome.
I think we're pretty much done. What do you think, Tim? Anything left
to
really point out? All right. Well, make sure you check back here at IGN because we're going to have a lot more Smash footage. We were on the show floor today. We played it. We're going to talk about it at some point. So definitely check out all of our videos and content right here at IGN.
Hey guys, I love Smash Bros. If you love Smash Bros, you should make sure to subscribe to youtube.com/SmashBrosIGN. It's going to be your final destination for trailers, gameplay, and analysis of all the latest Smash Bros content. You should subscribe because it's going to be awesome.